All right. So for those of you guys who have never been here today, I mean, ever, okay, Lord help me today. For those of you who have never been here before, my name is Rachel Wiggum. I'm your Ambassador Diamond Leader, which means that I've hit the top rank in the company. Glory to God, okay? Whew, don't know why I can't explain it. I'm just glad he did. So anyways, Monday Meetup was created to help people with their mental. I created it back in 2016, and it was only for my local crew. Okay, I did not open this up to everybody. So praise God for the pandemic, because now everybody's able to get it. And I wanted to take people through the process that I went through and that I was going through in order to help people experience the growth that I was experiencing in my business because of my mental capacity. All right. Oh, I do got something to talk about today. Lord, he just put it right there. All right, so I decided to open it up to everybody, and so that's why we're here. It's for me to give you, I mean, not that you can't give me something, because I do. I read a lot of stuff from y'all, but it's literally for me to give you guys what I have, like for me to, and for us to really shift each other's perspectives, because you guys shift my perspective just as much as I shift yours, okay? So that's what this is for. It is a space where we decide to put our phones away. If people are working, I get that, but and not be distracted, but be in the meeting. Because if everybody's well, I don't know about y'all, but I got a family upstairs, and so I'm giving my time, and so do the same thing. Those messages ain't going nowhere. Your mental is more important than the messages. I'm be honest with you. Your mental is more important than the messages. If you can get your mind together first, you can sign people all day and night and long, but you got to get yourself together in order to jump into the madness. So here's the thing. It's been brought to my attention, and I was talking to my husband just briefly about it this morning. I don't think he's got on just yet. Okay, and I guess this is what my bishop talked about yesterday, about being obedient. He was talking about how your miracle is right there. You know, you got to be obedient. So obey, and your miracle is here today, right? Like your miracle could be, it's immediate. Like it's immediate once you're obedient, you know, in whatever shape or fashion. Are there areas in your business where you're not obeying? I want everybody to think about it. I don't even want nobody to reply yet. I mean, you can in the comments if you want to. But are there areas in your business where you're not being obedient? And you know it. And you're trying to figure out what's not working, but you're not doing the basics of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Can you think of it? Like, can you literally write down on a piece of paper, like, okay, yeah, I don't run my autoship on the first. Yeah, I don't clear my messages every day. Yeah, I don't respond to everybody. Yeah, I don't get a 5 hosts to post a day, or 10 hosts to post a day, or even 10 hosts to post 3 times a day, whatever it is that you decide for your business. Like, yeah, I don't talk to my customers. I don't send thank you cards. Like, can you go through the list and see the things that you're not doing? It was brought to my attention today that there's so many people who say they want to be successful. And I love that we started with Eric Thomas, because at the end of the day, you're not giving 100%, but you want 100% results. Why? Please help make that make sense. Have you cut corners so much in your life that you believe that cutting corners will get you the results that you want in any given situation? And do you decide today, I can't afford to cut corners? I was telling somebody yesterday, you know, Brian's grandmother is in the hospital. And so we were telling them, like, we have the ability to do things that other people can't. Like we do. Like all the kids go to work. We don't. So whatever you need, we got you. Right? I can't give 80% because my life depends on my 100. And I like that I'm able to do that. If my grandparents need me right now, guess what? I could hop in my truck and drive 2.5 hours to Waynesville. And I can stay there for as long as I want to, and I don't have to ask anyone for permission besides my husband. I fought for that, and I fought to keep it. If somebody is in a financial bind, there's a remedy for that. And I get to be a part of the remedy. So when you look at this list, and you might be like, girl, that's too deep. That's too deep. That's too deep. You telling me because I don't run my autoship on the first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yes, I'm telling you that. Star athletes don't cut corners, and when they do, they end up injured. Am I wrong? Some of y'all here, athletes and coaches. Can you tell me? Dancers, all that. Y'all know when people cut corners, what happens? Maybe the first time they may get past it, but that second, third time that they thought they could keep cutting the corners, they end up injured or hurting somebody else. Ooh, is that a word for somebody? Because are you out here hurting your team? Are you out here hurting yourself? Hurting yourself because you cutting corners. Y'all, and I keep hearing this. I don't even know why, but I keep hearing it over and over again. And I keep telling y'all the same thing. Y'all, I don't care if you don't have the money. I didn't have the money. Anybody on here not had the money for the auto ship? How about drop a 1 in the comments? How about that? Because there's drop a 1 in the comments so people can see it. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've never not had the money for an auto ship. That's like saying you don't have money to pay your bills or you don't have money for gas, but you ain't going to work. Ain't you gonna find a way to get to work? I don't even know what to tell you. Like, that's some basics, y'all. And I don't even, y'all been doing good with running your auto shipment. So I don't even know. Maybe, I'm not sure what this is, but I can hear it. I don't have the money for that. Yes, you don't have the money to not have the money for that. You don't have the money to not have the money for that. And then talking to potentials, you talk to potentials based on your own beliefs. So if your team is not running auto shipments, it's your fault. Can I say it again for the people in the back? If your team is not running auto shipments, it's your fault. You don't talk about them. You don't make it a standard. Y'all, if a broke person who believes that somebody can change their life, like I just told somebody just a minute ago, like somebody who is doing a 3-month pause before they jump back in. I said, all right, so today you're going to sign up as a loyal customer. It wasn't, do you want to sign up as a loyal? No, you're going to sign as a loyal. I'm the coach here. Are you the coach? Who on here? How many coaches we got? Drop a 2 in the comments if you're a coach. Drop a 2. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're a coach. All right, so, okay, I'm going to talk to the coaches here, okay? I'm going to talk to the coaches. If you are a coach and your player or whatever sport it is tells you what they not going to do, please tell me if they can be on your team. Please tell me. Please. Ooh, I know maybe Rhea, because he be a softie sometimes. Because he be like, okay, you can go home today and then come back tomorrow and maybe you could try again. But me, I'd be like, on what team? Not this one. Because if you let them show out, your whole team is jacked up. Coach soft. Y'all ever heard that? I didn't say that because I done played my coach before because I was a cheerleader for 5 years. Okay. And I'd be like, she's soft, bro. Like, she's soft. Like, I can get away with this. Like, she's soft. I'll be late. What's she going to do? Rachel, you know what I'm saying? Like, coach soft. She ain't gonna make us run. She'll maybe make us run for like first week, but you know what I'm saying? Like after that, we good. Playing them. I will start playing you. I'm gonna push the envelope. Cause I'm the immature one. I ain't the coach. I ain't got the commitment that you do. I mean, at that level, you know, normally when you get to the higher levels, even when I was watching Super Bowl yesterday, I was like, they're so young. Like you could tell how immature they were. I was like, this is, especially the Chiefs, even though they won a Super Bowl, you can tell that the maturity level of the Bucks versus the Chiefs was whole nother level. You could tell, like even Tom Brady, like his level of focus. And y'all, I didn't have a winner. Like, but after the first play, Breon and Trey was like, who you got? And I watched that first play, and I was like, the Bucks gonna win. He was too focused. He was too focused. Everybody else was just happy to be there. And he was going to play the game. He was strategic. His piss-offity, I let it work. So how he was pissing people off, like it was strategic. He was strategically getting them hyped up and in their emotions. It was so strategic. I was like, this is like people need to be taking notes. Like it was, and then after the game, he just came back and said, hey, good game. You know what I'm saying? Like we're back friends. We're back friends, but I got the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? I got the ring, but good game, man. Like it was good. Good competition. It pissed you off. Now you don't like Tom Brady for the rest of your life. Because he done got in your face and talked stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I be sorry. I'm getting, yep. Y'all not finna let, as a coach, you're not, so why do you let your team play you? And I'm not saying be mean to your team. I'm just saying you gotta have certain standards. Coaches have standards. Y'all know it. If you're a coach or you've been on a team, and y'all know the coaches that was weak, your team was weak. Don't even lie. Your team was weak. Sometimes, God's working on me because I don't like talking about people. But sometimes, I look at certain coaches. My husband is a basketball coach. So going to the different games, pre-pandemic, all the games, right? I would talk about coaches. Like, it would be my favorite thing. And if you follow me on like Snapchat and Instagram, y'all would see it sometimes. And I would be like, especially the coaches that would like lose their stuff. I believe that coaches that lose their stuff is only because you didn't work hard enough in practice. Like, why are you yelling at your team like that? Like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? I would be sitting there laughing at them like, are you all right? Like, is he okay? Like, what is, get over here. It's like, bruh, like, chill. Like, I would be sitting there like, let me be like this. He's crazy. Like, what is going on? But I believe that it's anyways. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody got something to say about that? Coaches, y'all got something, epiphany, y'all got ahas?
Rachel, I'm gonna jump in right now because you already just lit, Monday meetup, y'all. I'm telling y'all getting it raw. Y'all getting this for real. Whoa! But Rachel, so true. I mean, as leaders, I was looking at that game yesterday, as you just pointed out. Everybody else was so frustrated, but Tom Brady was on the sideline with his head down, wasn't even looking at the game until it was his turn to go out on the field. Like his head was down. He was looking at a few plays, but he was like, I don't even care, And he's been there 10 times. So, people hate on him all they want to, but he's a leader, just like you said. Like everybody not gonna like him, but he don't give a care if you like him. He really doesn't care if you like him. He's here to do one thing, and he's wanting to achieve a certain goal that he's put in place for himself. Like he placed it on himself. When they went and drafted him, Tampa Bay was garbage last year. Like, wasn't nobody talking about Super Bowl for them to win. They was like, we get into the playoffs, we okay. When he came there, he changed the whole community of the organization. He said, I'm coming in to win a championship. I'm not coming in just to make the playoffs. We need a Super Bowl. And then with him going to Tampa Bay, he attracted other people just to come play on his team. He called his tight end and said, come out of retirement. His tight end said, I just retired. But okay, Tom Brady, because I know you proven to win. I'm gonna come back this year and play with you because I know we going to the Super Bowl. It's no doubt that we going. Then another player said, I'll come play with you. Then another player said, I'll come play with you. It's just that, when you get it like in your mind and focus that you're going to do something, you just can't let no distractions come in your way. And I'm learning that even more, like you said, Rachel, with leading your team. It's not you trying to be mean to them, but I coach all the time. I've been coaching for 20 some years. And like, if an athlete come to me and be like, coach, I don't want to do this, I'll be like, oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Come race day, I see you won't be on the track though, because I won't even lace your shoes up. You won't get a chance to run because you ain't proved that you really serious about what we're doing out here. We're trying to win races. And you talking about you're not gonna practice? Don't worry, you're not gonna run either. It's just the same way like Rachel saying, you can't run an autoship. And Rachel says this all the time. If you can't run an autoship, man, I can't use you on my team. What are you here? You're not trying to do nothing. You're not even trying to be supportive of the team because we run auto shipments. And I'm telling you, I don't know where this saying came from, but for you COVID babies, pre-COVID babies, no, if you don't run auto shipments, don't even talk to me. Don't even come to the table because you don't have no voice at this table. We run auto shipments no matter what. And it's so funny, Rachel, like you said, I was telling somebody, and I'm not bragging, I'm telling you, I usually don't even say too much, but I ran an auto shipment ever since I came to this business. I didn't even understand why I was doing it. Rachel said, you got to get products. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to get paid, you better just run something. You better get something you better have a shipment run. I don't care what, like I was having wraps and I didn't even know what the wraps were. I didn't even know if men wrapped. I don't know. Rachel set the auto shipment up. I got my packs of wraps and some other stuff and okay. Yes, I'll sell this stuff. And so, it's just lining up with what you want. I mean, even if you don't understand or don't know, you don't have to understand everything, but being obedient to what your leader is saying is the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. Why would you sacrifice not getting paid? And all you have to do is be obedient to get your auto shipment in. It just, like I said, it's bad for me, but let me get off here because I'm gonna talk.
Especially when a lot of people are giving checks. Like, I felt that in my spirit. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. And I need y'all to hear my heart. I am not being shady. Please, Lord. I need in it because this is how we work. Like we help each other. It's the nature of our business. And everybody on here, 90%, I would say there's about 10% on here that's never been helped. 90% of us, and I'm one of the ones that ain't never been helped, Lord, because it's only because I ain't got no upline. Because if my upline was up there, I'd be like, it's me, I'm working. But anyways, 90% of people have received help and received a check by some means. Somebody helped you boost your check. All you have to do is run auto shipment and show up and do your best. It's like, Demond, if you were to put a kid in a race who's been, I'm talking about Breon, and maybe he'll unmute, I don't know, because he got the kids. But Breon was talking, he got his game on Friday, and he was talking about who to start. And he was talking about how there's a kid that has been showing up in practice, like giving his all, and then you got the strategicness of, well, I need somebody tall out there. I need somebody, there's the strategic, and then there's the I earned it. And so I told Breon, I said, put that boy in and start him. And then take him out and get back to your strategic. But since that boy has been showing up for you in practice, put him in and start him. Make a statement. Starting is a big deal. That makes a statement on, you know what, you've been showing up in practice and today you're starting. Now, he might not make it past, the first 2 minutes. That's fine. But he started. And so it's the same thing. When somebody is showing up that way, where, for example, you don't have to tell them to go live. They go live on their own. Like, I ain't got to ever worry about Stephanie going live because Stephanie going to go live, okay? Like, I don't ever got to worry. I ain't got to go check, like, if she go live? Like, no. Stephanie went live about 3-4 times today, okay? Like, on and popping, right? Auto ship. Like, that's not something we got to worry about. Like, are they putting up their host to post? I don't have to be like, well, sweetie, did you get up your 5 post to post today? Like, why are we talking about this? You're supposed to get a post to post. Why are we even, you should be telling me, you know what? Let me go get my host to post up today. I'm not even gonna come and complain about nothing until I go and do the things. Sometimes y'all gotta understand, it ain't sometimes, all the time, y'all gotta understand that it doesn't matter what you feel like. And I say that with such gentleness. Because you do have to maintain we don't want anybody to be out here like on a deathbed mentally. Like, we're not saying overcompensate. And this is why we have boundaries in our business. But you're going to have to build up some mental strength. How do you build strength? Demond, I'm one of your runners. How do I build strength? I suck, okay? I suck. I can barely run a 400. I stop. How are you going to get me to the point? I'm showing up though. I want to give my all. How am I going to get to the point where I can run a 400? Run it, not jog it, run the whole thing. How do you get me there?
I'm so glad you said that. I have an athlete right now. She's like, Coach, I can't run no 400. I run hundreds and I long jump. That she just told me last week. I said, oh, okay, baby, but just keep coming. I got you. I'm gonna get you there. What I'm giving to you, I'm sorry, but if you trust me, we're gonna keep doing the consistent things. We're gonna keep going over this every day. Just keep showing up. I told one athlete the other week, I said, one thing I want you to do is just keep showing up. If you keep showing up, I know good and well you're gonna get in shape enough to run the 400. Just keep showing up, and that's ironic, Rachel. That just went right on into our business right here. Just keep showing up, and Rachel is so true. Rachel is so true on what she's saying that I had an upline that helped me a couple of times. And the reason why I know that they helped me is because they know I'm showing up. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you, I'm not bragging. This just encourage people to keep going. That even like I said, 3 years in, almost 3 years, my third year in, and like Rachel said, the reason why that your upline can help is because they trust that you're going to be there, that you're not, they see something in you that where your consistency is just paying off, just showing up, just doing what's required of you. That's it. That's obedience. Just doing what's required of you. Just doing what's required of you is the obedience. And then once that, God will drop that extra on top of that, and you're gonna be like amazed and blown away.
Anybody got anything to say? That's so good.
I do. So, my family has run like a karate school for the last 35 years. So I've seen a lot of people, come in and out, a lot of children, they promoted, they've moved on with their life, things like that. But when you started talking about coaching, I was like, oh, I know this one, because I've watched my dad coach so many kids, and he had to overcome different mindsets of grooming a child and also grooming the parent. And it was 3 points that I wanted to, share with you, which was my father, who ran the school, did not care about the feelings of the athlete, and he did not care about the feelings of the parent. And he was like, I know how to get a result out of this particular athlete. You just got to trust me. And even though your child's probably going to be on the floor crying, he's probably going to be bothered by me, he probably going to hate me, he still love him, but at the end of the day, you're going to come back and you're going to be a winner, not just a winner, like we're going to be a winner as a team, as a unit. So one, he didn't care about nobody's feelings. He just knew that we got to get over this feeling part. And then once we're over this feeling part, you're going to feel good about yourself because you overcame something that was just all about you. So then there was that. The other part was when the parents was not comfortable with the uncomfortableness that he put their children through, the parents would take the kid out of the school and then go put them somewhere else that was, like they feel like, okay, this is better for my kid because they're not yelling at my kid. But when they took them out and they put them somewhere else, the kids suffered because they realized this is like play karate. This ain't real karate. This ain't, the other kids was better than me, so they over here catering to the kids' feelings, but if the kids is not becoming winners, they're just being, they're getting trophies for participation as opposed to getting a trophy because you earned it, so then a lot of them end up coming back to the school like, hey, can we try this again? Because I understand why you gave that amount of pressure, because you knew what was out there, but we didn't know what was out there. So it took them a second to kind of grasp the concept of, I don't know what I think I know, but let me put total faith and control over to, this professional who it's uncomfortable for me. So the other part was my father developed so many winners. He develops like my kid right now, she's a gold medalist in junior Olympics because my father, her grandfather, is harder on her. One, because that's his grandchild, but two, because he's like, I'm going to push the heck out of you because I know what you're capable of, whether you know it or not. So my kid right now, my oldest daughter, she tells me every day, I don't like this. But one, mommy, don't play that. It's self-defense. You're a pretty girl. We can go ahead and fix that right now. And then two, like, you're good at it. You just have to find your You have to find your rhythm, your groove. So her groove is fighting. The other categories ain't really her groove, but once she feels confident in the area that she feels like she is, celebrated in, she gonna run with that, and everything else gonna fall behind. So in that aspect, like, it's how she did fighting is now how she does everything else. So how you do one thing, it trickles down in how you do everything else. So, I mean, and the other thing, players make really great coaches. So my father's able to coach because he was a really good student. He was a really good player, a really good athlete. So now the players can become coaches and pinpoint exactly what it is that they see and how they can tweak that thing to make them better. So that's it. That's all I got.
That is so good. Oh, go ahead, Javon. I'll write mine down.
I was just gonna piggyback off of what she said, because my daughter was doing gymnastics, and that was one thing that the coach said as soon as we met for the first time. She was like, I need you to be confident that I'm her coach, and when she's out there on the floor, I'm her mom, not you. So like, even when my boyfriend he came to one of the practices with me, the coach had her doing something, and my daughter, she's learning how to do it, and she was out there and she was crying, she's frustrated because she wants to get it. And he was like, "You're not gonna go out there?" "No, the coach is out there, she got it, she gonna work through it," because I need my daughter also to create that relationship with her coach, to know that her coach is going to take care of her. Her coach got her back even when I can't be out there on the floor with her. So I was thinking about that, like with my business, I had to remove the people that didn't understand or wasn't in my comfort zone or whatever. Like, I had to remove those people that didn't understand what I was doing, or that was talking that negativity to me, or wanted to try to pick me up when I fell down, but you still don't understand and you're not really helping me. Like, I had to remove those people, and I just had to, I show up to the team because I know here, this is what I'm going to be able to get what I need. And all of you all understand what it is that we're doing and can give me what it is that I need when I fall down, the right stuff that I need when I fall down. So I was just thinking about that when Terry mentioned the stuff about coaching. Like, it was so good.
It's so good. What I was gonna say is Phil Jackson. So there's two coaches. Like, there's a coach. There's like the most winning coach besides Phil Jackson. And I was reading. Was it? I don't know if it's a book or I don't even know what in the world I was listening to. A podcast? I don't know. But the other coach that has the most wins besides Phil Jackson, the difference between them two is Phil Jackson was a player. He's the most winningest coach in the NBA. But the reason is because he played in the NBA. The other coach that went far, he never played in the NBA. He was only a coach. And so Phil Jackson was able to take his players farther than this guy and win more championships because he was a player. He was a player first. That's what I love about this business. Everything, and I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not. But I have taken, I've taken 4 accounts, actually 5 accounts personally to double diamond. 2 accounts to presidential, and 1 account to ambassador. I've been a top income earner for 7 years. My resume is pretty good. I have a pretty good resume. I've made $1 million in this company, plus more than $1 million. I've never quit. My resume is pretty good. If people are not successful on this business, in this business, on this team, it's because they stopped. I've watched them stop. I've held their hands through the stop. It's not because the business doesn't work or I don't know what I'm talking about. You ever seen an athlete that did not succeed the way that they could succeed? And you look at the coach or the parents want to come to the coach. How about that? Let's talk about parents, okay? The parents want to come to the coach like, my kid is not performing at the level that they can. It's like, no, boo-boo. It's not me. It's your kid. They don't do what I told them to do. Just like they don't do what you told them to do. You get what I'm saying? And so are you the kid? Ooh! I'm in y'all business today, okay? I'm in y'all business. Are you the kid? Are you the kid? I've been the kid sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, like I have been. So, and this is the thing, it's not to shame anybody. I think that's the thing. Like, we have to get past the point where we have to put out a disclaimer, like nobody's trying to come for you. Like nobody's ever trying to come for you. Coming for you does not, we don't want you to run away. We want you to feel the conviction and do what it is that needs to be done in order to get to where it is that you say you want to go. That's it. That's it. Like, get it. Stop being like, well, they gonna look at me some type of way. Like, girl, nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't know about y'all, because some people do got time for that. Let me not speak of everybody. Some people be like, girl, she don't come around for real. Whatever. Like, who cares about that? I ain't here for that. I'm here for what can you do today in order to get to where it is that you say you want to go. And can you decide today is day one, and you're gonna really commit to it. Commit to it. Stop asking what it is that needs to be done if you're not going to do it. That's the part. Stop asking what needs to be done if you're not going to do it. And then let's get better each time. Get a notebook and write down the things that you're supposed to be doing. Go back to the launch pad. It's the same stuff. You're the interesting to the stuff. Can I tell you? You are the interesting to the stuff. You are what makes the stuff interesting. If it's boring, they used to say this all the time, and I used to be like, that is so bogus, but it's real. If it's boring, you boring. So stop being boring. And 9 times out of 10, you boring because you're trying to do what everybody else doing instead of doing you. Do you?
Rachel, you said something that made me think of one more thing. So when the parents got on the same page with, with the teacher, with my dad, he created such an all-star type of team that showed up to every single tournament. The parents was yelling harder than everybody else. Like we had this tight knit, everybody had the jackets, the bomber jackets, the parents brought the food. They were definitely on one accord. They was all like, okay, we're gonna be some winners. So like now everybody in the DMV area knows about my father's studio because he knows he develops winners, and not just the ones who show up for a second. Like the parents got the kids back, the kids so they can fall back on the parents. And sometimes the parents even go harder than the kids. Like, look, not only am I investing my time, my money, but you got more than my support. So they at home practicing, like not to mention like in my household, my fiance and my child, they do karate together. And then I'm sitting in the background just correcting little things, that they don't see because I'm a 3rd degree and they ain't reached that point yet. So, so when it comes down to it, like if my daughter Celeste, she's got more than all the support. So when we getting back into AAU when Corona is over, it's like, she can't fall down because I got one hand, granddaddy got the other, dad got her waist. Like we have a whole unit. So when you can't find that support, like with the parent, like even the grandma will come in like, grandbaby, we got you right here. So it's more than just somebody got in your back. Somebody like your parents got to get your back. It is anybody who's in your circle who's able to have your back, and you fall with them. You fall back on them, not the ones who don't got it and you wish they did. Like somebody gonna hold you down.
I think the thing with that, like, this is just all in sports, but the kids who were in AAU or varsity level or competitive sports, they didn't hang out with other kids that didn't do that. They didn't. Like all the AAU kids hang together. like they weren't allowed, or I don't even know if it even was a thing to go over kids' house that weren't in AAU because they didn't understand their life. You ever met a parent who doesn't have a competitive sports child and how they be like, that's too much. You're too hard on your kid. Like, let them be a kid. Let them, and then they kid be past 18 being drugs in jail, and they kid out here excelling in college, excelling on a high level. You know what I'm saying? But then, y'all know what I'm talking about? I wasn't competitive. I mean, I was varsity, but I wasn't competitive. It's different. And granted, AAU was totally different back in my day. Y'all know, because I ain't that old, but you know, a little old. Anyways, but it was just totally different. It was totally different. And so hashtag your circle matters. Your circle matters. Sometimes I can just hear somebody saying, but Rachel, like, is it really that deep? Is it really? That's what I hear. I hear, is it really that deep? Yes. If you understood what you had in front of you, I think that's the thing. It has not clicked for you what's in front of you. When you understand that you have total freedom in this business to be yourself, become better at being yourself, be in an environment that is conducive to you growing and exponentially growing your income. And when I say exponential, I mean like exponential. Like 1 month you can be making an extra $200 a month, and then the next month you can be making $2,000. Like, I mean like exponential. And the only blockage between that amount of money that you want to make is you. And a lot of times we struggle with that because it'd be like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, what else can I do? And then we don't want to trust the process. Pastor Ty was just talking about this yesterday, and I was like, ooh, that camera was a real good example. Like, it was really good. Everybody wants the selfie success. Go ahead. Somebody want to say?
They better hop in, Rachel, because today it's gonna be like a one-on-one. If they don't hop in today, I got a lot. It's gonna be one-on-one with me and Rachel. Hey, but that Pastor Todd was on point because, like you said, I know y'all heard me say it like a couple times before. Like the blueprint Rachel has set up, I follow a blueprint. I've been doing it since day one. I said, now wait a minute. She's been in this business freaking 5 years. Now, all I got to do is I keep doing what she's doing, and you know it takes humbling yourself as well. You got to knock pride out the door because there ain't no more pride. You ain't got to keep saying, well, I want to be myself. I want to just do. That's fine. Do you, baby. Whatever you want to do. God is going to let you be your authentic you. And Pastor Todd was saying, be your authentic you. And God is already going to do that through you. You don't have to like emulate or try to become somebody. But what you can do is go try to follow the principles of the next person that they're doing. So I have it in my mind. It clicked on me early on. I said, if Rachel is a millionaire within 5 years, all I got to do is stick around for 5 years and keep doing what she's doing. I'm gonna be a millionaire too. So if you don't believe it, just watch it. I'm 3 years in the game, 2 years running. I'll be a millionaire. And then now you're gonna be like, well, wait a minute. He must have did something. No, I just kept following the blueprint that's presented to me. And the atmosphere that's being set on the Money Squad is that you can be you and make the same thing I'm doing. It doesn't matter in this business that we're in. Like she said, you don't realize what you have. It just hasn't clicked into you yet. It ain't realized that. You ain't realized that when Pastor Todd and Transformation say all you have is all you need, it ain't clicked that everything that God put in you from day one is all you need, period. And now the company is just that avenue to help you see it. It's just trying to sprinkle on. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Okay, you don't see it. Okay, can you see it now though? You've been in it for like 2 weeks. Okay, you see it now. You've been in it for a month. Can you see it now? I'm just gonna keep trying to help you. I'm gonna keep trying to give you more. I'm gonna put more before you. Can you see it now? I know you wasn't used to it before, but can you see it now though? Can you see it now? She ain't quit, but can you see it now? God is just asking, can you see it now? It's right before you. Can you see it now? And it's like, man, this is like super amazing. Like I'm being blown away. Like I tell people, when I'm reaching out to somebody, I tell them, this business is going to change your life, not just your finances, but your whole mindset. It will never be the same. I can never go back to how I was before I came into this business. I don't care how much God I said I knew. I done got closer to God since I've been in this business. And I've been in church since I was in my mama's womb. So grandmama was a pastor. I got aunties as pastors. That don't even matter, because now where I'm at now, man, God is taking me to see the things that my eyes cannot see. I'm seeing things that my eyes cannot see. Help me to see things that my eyes cannot see, Lord. That's what I want to see, because where you're taking me and where we're going, it's going to blow my mind. I better stop. I told you I'm going to do a one-on-one, me and Rachel. Y'all better hop in.
Good. That's all good. I love it. Like,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, I was just listening to y'all when y'all was talking, like how you was talking about how like you've been in the business for a long time, and like people, they don't want to take the advice or whatever, then they be expecting all these results or whatever. So I'm going off my sister, like an example, like she was homeless, right? And like living in her car and stuff. And I was telling her, I was like, Kia, do this, do that. She was like, I did this, I did that. I was like, listen, look around, look and see who got the results. Like you saying what you're not listening to me, but you living in a car. I live in a crib. Like I got my own house. Like you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if you listen to me, you'll have that too. But you're not listening. Like you're not taking heed to what I'm saying. So that's why you're not moving forward. Like that's why it's not happening. All you got to do is look around and look at the results, like see what's going on with people, and then you will know who really calling your bluff or not. It's that simple.
That's so good. But I think even a step further. Oh, go ahead, Lydia.
Okay, so look, girl. Okay, so I've been having aha moments. Okay, so and this is, and Rachel talks about this, like it's the struggle bus mentality. Like when people are so stuck in, and I've been in that position, but it's a learned behavior. And I've been listening to Joel Osteen like every day, like in the morning and stuff. I'm getting my life together, you know. And I have these aha moments, and I had to really sit and ask God, like, look, take me out of the struggle bus mentality, because you know my heart, you know I don't want to be there. So even if my flesh tries to say like, girl, you know you okay with these food stamps, or girl, you know you okay with this, or girl, you know you okay getting this assistance for your bills, whatever it is, God knows that my desire is to not be there. So when I can't speak for myself, I ask God to look, speak on behalf of my heart and my mind, because you know that's what it is. Because we don't have these moments, especially being in this position in this business. Us coming in here is radical within itself. It's something that's never been done before. Like, it's something that people are scared to do. Just take this leap. And to them, this is a big leap, because it is. You know, like us coming in, we think like, okay, you know, we just took the leap. We waiting for the money to come. But it's a mindset thing. Like coming in here and deciding to hit submit and see welcome to the family, that's a mindset shift. So we have to remember, there are some people that don't want to straddle the fence. They want their left foot on the struggle bus and they want the other foot on the pavement of gold. And that's just not how you can live your life. So if those people aren't ready for that moment yet, God bless you. I'm gonna continue to pray for you. You know, when you're ready to pull that chair up to the table, it's room for you. But right now, I gotta eat, and everybody that's in my circle that I'm asking God to bring and gravitate to me, we ready to eat. So when you're ready to eat, bring your plate. We got you.
I gotta say this though. Everybody needs to go and watch Pastor Ty. Everybody needs to go watch Pastor Ty's sermon from yesterday. You gotta watch it, because you sound just like what he said. And what he said was, and this is real, because I'm not a victim. It's me. He was talking about me. And I said it. Even while Brianna was right there on the couch, I was like, it's me. He's talking about me. Because I'm the one who clipped with the Polaroid. All right, you came in, I done gave you all this stuff. Now, please, go diamond. Like, you got all the tools. Because that's how I'm looking at some of y'all like, Brad, you know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and you know Z. Okay? Like, what's up? Like, what's the problem? That was me. And that's what he talked about. A lot of times what happens is, as a leader, you give somebody all the tools and it's like, all right, be great. All right, you ready to lead the Zoom? All right. What ambassador? Like, what's up? And you have to be okay with the development phase. And understanding the true development phase comes with a dark place. And here's the thing that a lot of you guys say, well, I didn't sign up for that. You did. Everybody did. Most people run. When you come into something like this, you do. Even in jobs, people do. You just get fired. Let's be clear. Anybody on here, drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever been fired from a job. It's me, God. It's me. I was fired. They fire you when you go into your dark place. And a lot of y'all been firing people instead of just loving them through the dark places. You continue to let your light shine. I've been here for almost 8 years. Listen to the whole thing. Drop a 2 in the comments if you've been here for at least 4 years and have went through a dark place with Rachel. You personally have went through a dark place and I loved you through a dark place. I'm gonna say 3 years. Let me give you 3 years. Drop a 2 if you've been here for at least 3 years and you've been through a dark place and I loved you through it anyway. I still let you sit with me.
Can I speak on it? So I have been with the business for 6 years, and my dark place didn't just last for a few months. It lasted for some years. And how we talk about like this business is a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached to it. That is so true, because I worked hard in school. I went to college, I got the job and this and third. I bought a house before the age of 28, 25, whatever it was, however long I've been in my house, I can't remember. But anyway, so like I thought that I, Erica, was doing things, but it wasn't me. It wasn't in my own power, it wasn't in my own might. It was actually God. But because I thought I was working hard and I was doing the things, I could have that same mentality and that same mindset going into this business, thinking like, okay, I could come into this business, work hard, do all the things I need to do. And I'm a person where if I don't know the answer, I'm just going to try to figure it out. Like, nope, I got to figure it out. Like, I'm supposed to be the one that's supposed to figure it out. I'm, an adult. I could read, like, I could figure it out. So when it comes to even like bumping your head and you have leadership that's trying to tell you the right things to do, I'm thinking, nope, I'm an adult. I should be able to figure this out. I thank you so much for what you're telling me, but I got to try to figure this out on my own. But that's not the case. We've been talking about how we are a group and we're a community and we have coaches. Yes, Lord. We are a group and we're a community and we have coaches and somebody that's here that has an amazing track record. And I had to personally develop. I had to spiritually develop. I had to see the error of my ways. And the amazing thing, and I tell Rachel every day, I thank God for you every day that you still allow me to come and sit at the table. You still allow me, if I have a question, you still help me. And then it was just like going spiritually development, having your quiet time, and you just seeing things like the scales falling off your face. Like, you know what? You don't have to do this by yourself. You're in the wrong because I'm sending you the help to show you to get to the place that you want to go. But I have somebody to help you and you don't want to accept the help. Yes, the pride thing, because I'm the oldest of 5. I'm thinking that I have to be in control of everything. I have to be the one that knows it all and all this other stuff, but that is not the case with this business. So you might think you're a good person on the outside and like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. But let me tell you, you will get knocked down. You would get knocked down like you ain't never been knocked down before. And the thing is, I thank God for the knocking downness, that's not even the word, that has happened, because now that I am building my foundation right, building it with God, building it with the personal development, the spiritual development, and also listening to my leader, I know that when I get to where I want to go, it's not going to crumble easy. Like it's the foundation. And like I'm speaking for myself. I came in thinking I had a good foundation, but it wasn't. Growing up in church, I didn't know God like I know God now. So it's kind of one of those things. get that foundation and trust your leadership and who God has put over us, and know that looking at the mirror, this is dirty. This face, all of this right here is dirty. This is not perfect. And no matter how much you think you know, or no matter how much what you've done in the past, this is not going to be the same thing. And because it's not going to be the same thing, he's going to have to reframe your mind. And me, you could tell me the stove is hot, but I'm just like, let me touch it just to see. That's me. Rachel, I already know. Like, let me touch it just see. That's not good. So God had to take me through a journey, and he had to knock me down and be like, look, I have given you the desires of your heart. You're not just making this up, but you have to get in alignment, one accord. Like everything you guys, we've been talking about being on one accord, you have to get in one accord. And it started within. Was it an easy journey? No, because I didn't like the things that I saw, but I still showed up. I still came and I was like, okay, pruning. You know how like you prune a rose bush? Pruning is just cutting, you guys. Pruning is cutting, and cutting, I don't care if you're getting cut for, surgery, plastic surgery, anything you got cut on a knife, like cooking, cutting hurts. It does not matter. Cutting hurts. But the thing is, when you prune that rose bush and you get rid of all the dead and icky stuff, that's when it's really going to thrive. So I just want to let you know, go through the pruning phase and be okay with it and say, ouch, cry, scream, pray, do whatever you have to do to make it, but go through it. Go through it and just know that you're going to come out on top, because it's a new season. I have made an about face. I have seen the error on my ways, and don't let that pride keep you. Don't let the pride keep you from moving forward, because baby, you're going to keep going in circles. You're going to go in circles, and don't be like me and let it be years. Be like, you know what? Let me get my life together right now. Erica said, get it together, because it will be years and you will just continue to go in circles, but don't do it. That's just me from my experience. So I just want to speak on it and just be like, it's okay. We're not perfect. We're just human. We're not perfect. We're just human, but we serve somebody who is perfect. So as long as we keep our mind and focus on him, and then accept the help. Ooh, that's the word from somebody, because that was the word for me. The help, accept the help from people. Come on. Like, we can do this. We all can do this. And I just want to let you know that don't let the pride, don't let the I think I got it together, don't let the I should know this, because that was one of my things. I should know this. I should know this. No. What did I do? November, December, I went through the launch pad again. Been in the business 6 years, went through the launch pad again. Gave my why, set up my launch, not my launch pad, my launch party, all that other stuff. I went to launch pad again and said, you know what? I am going to be a newbie again and not even think about the years that I've been in the business. Oh my gosh, I've been in for so many years. I should know. Nope. Start over. Give yourself the permission, the grace, forgive yourself, like all that. I'm gonna shut up. Okay, but that's all I wanted to say.
This is good. This is so good. So good. Okay. This is so good. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna hand it over to Brittany because I gotta get in the car. But okay, so she's giving the side of the mentor.
Rachel, real quick.
Wait, no, because I gotta go. What you guys?
Okay, I want you to hear it though. I want you to hear this.
I'm gonna be on. I just want to get the side of the mentor. I'm staying on. I'm just gonna be moving around because I gotta get in the car. I want to get the side of the mentor. So that's the mentee side. But I'm gonna tell you, if I could just be candid, and I gotta go. And I ain't gonna say just Erica, okay? And I want y'all to hear my heart. So Holy Spirit, help me say this.
Say it.
When 8 years, y'all. 8 years. The stuff that I've seen, some stuff y'all know, some stuff y'all don't. Some stuff I haven't shared, some stuff I knew and didn't share. When I say that there has been HE double hockey sticks that I have been through with the people that I have mentored, I say that with lightness. But that is when God had to help me realize that my help does not come from people. Okay? Like it was a reality check. My help does not come from them. And I am taught to love them regardless because they are not my help. The Bible says that man will fail you. That's not just this business. That's your mama. That's your daddy. That's your best friend. That's your spouse. Man will fail you, but he won't. He said he will never leave you nor forsake you. Him, not people. Stop putting him on people. At the end of the day, everybody is flesh and blood. I will fail you. And as much as I got a pretty decent track record, I'm still not, I'm sure you got some type of complaint. I don't know. My post might not have went off at the right time. I don't know. Who knows? You're going to have a complaint about me too. Rachel ain't posting on her page today. She sure hasn't, sis. Like, you know what I'm saying? But go post on yours. You know, like I will fail people. I will. But the hard, instead of running away, I allowed what this business took me through to move me to him. And most people run away and you still jacked up. But this business has given me the capacity to run to him and still get paid. Hallelujah. You talking about me, but I still got paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to just humble myself and say, you know what? You have to help me. And it helped me grow. It helped me grow and have compassion for people because everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And if all of my help, not some of it, yes, he does things through people, but he can use anybody. So all of my help comes from him. And so just because this person falls off or isn't ready and is still in the process of, they may be going into their dark phase, you took the picture. You took the picture. You're teaching them things. And they done went into the development room and now you in your feelings, but you supposedly out of the development room. How you out of the development room, but you acting like you in the development room? And maybe be realistic with where you are, just like Erica said. I'm gonna allow myself to be developed instead of stunting like I'm on the other side when I've never went through the dark room. You can't, look, you cannot cheat the grind. The only person you think you kidding is yourself. You're kidding yourself. Nobody but you. So you think you don't have to go through the process, but you do. And everybody goes through the process. I'm gonna tell you that. You're gonna, that what she just said right there, everybody who's successful is going to hit it. You had that moment where you start to, I'm feeling myself. And you might go listen to Beyonce and she gonna send you all the way off. And that's why you want to be mindful of what music you listening to. And you think it's a game because you like, well, is it that deep? I can feel myself. Like, I'm telling you, go feel yourself. You can learn. Because I was out there, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Like, all of it. I'm for real. Okay, go ahead.
Stay lit. She stay lit. Hey, Rachel, I was one of those ones. I didn't give you HE double hockey stick, I don't think, but just to let you know. Hey, y'all, I fought Rachel so hard on one thing one time at Monday Meetup in person. I don't know if she remembered, but I fought her. And it was simply about our Sabbath day. So I wasn't one that was taking one for the longest. I wasn't taking one. But I kept coming to Monday Meetups. We kept coming. I mean, I was fighting that, Mel. I'm telling you, I was fighting that Sabbath. I'm telling you. And I don't know why I was fighting. But she sent out the video, go watch this and this. I never watched it for the longest. And then one day I was just sitting at home and I started watching it. And so with letting God do what's needed to be done, you as leaders, we gotta put it out there, but then also let God do what he does, So once you put it out there and learning as a leader, it was a little heated debate, and learning as a leader that, like she said, you can't stop loving on people, period. Not just your team, but people, period. That's in life. So this business is gonna help our whole life. But I was one of those ones. I know she'd asked a question, like, yeah, I was one of those ones. And then now it's like, I need my Sabbath. Like, I need that. Like, I need to reboot myself. I need to recharge myself because I know now it's like the more that I'm giving out, it's like I'm drained a little bit. So I need that day of Sabbath to come back refreshed and ready to go. And so I was fighting her on that for the longest. I just didn't understand it. And I don't know if I wanted to understand it. I was just stuck on what I was doing. And then all of a sudden it just clicked like bam. Now I'm like, okay. And I even know, like, I asked Brittany like last week or at the end of January when we was doing closeout month. I was like, Brittany, you think I should just move my Sabbath to like another day? She was like, no, Demond, you just go ahead and stick to it. I'm like, okay, heck, guess I gotta listen to the MVP. Okay. Really didn't I was really contemplating, but then immediately it kicked back in, like, okay, continue doing what you've been doing, and God's got your back, regardless of what we think we need to do. God still has our back.
Yes, absolutely. I did want to speak on it's a lot of things I've been wanting to speak on, but going back to even when the mom or they were talking about the runner who couldn't do the 400. I was the runner who couldn't do the 400 in the beginning. But like they said, half of the battle was showing up. But the other thing was I had to decide that I wanted to take Rachel's advice and I wanted to submit to my leadership and trust that because she had that track record, that everything that she was saying to me was true. And that if I just listened to what she said, no matter how she said it. So sometimes you can be in your feelings and it's you. We used to get mad when Rachel be like, well, if you're in your feelings, it's you. We used to be like, nah, but it really is. So if you feel some type of way, it's you. And so regardless of me feeling some type of way or however I felt she said it, I decided that I was going to take heed to what she said because she had the fruit. You showed me the fruit, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? If you got the fruit, I can't argue with the fruit. I have to listen to it. And so, yeah, showing up, most definitely. But it's a decision to take heed to what your coach or your leader is telling you and being willing to follow it. Like I just made a decision and I was like, I'm going to listen to everything that she says and I'm going to do it and look at the fruit. That's all I can say is look at the fruit. I wanted to be an example. I was like, I felt like nobody was listening. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the example and I'm going to take everything that she says and I'm going to do exactly what she says and I'm going to see. And here we are. So you definitely have to make the decision to listen and to be submitted. But I do want to give you guys the permission to say the hard things because that's one thing she's never held back the things that needed to be said, no matter even if it made her feel uncomfortable. Like you have to be willing to say the hard things. Like you have to be willing to say the hard things. And that goes with your newbies. Like we are bringing in a lot of influx of new distributors. And so you have to have that patience piece, be patient, be consistent. That patience piece is what a lot of us lack. And because we lack that patience piece, we are not allowing ourselves to see the fruits of our bravery and our consistency because we lack the patience piece. So even when it comes to doing our work, doing the things, the host of posts, the PMF, training your newbies and having that patience to go through the launch pad with them, to be able to see the fruits of that, that consistency and going through the launch pad with them and saying the hard things and being their coach through it. You have to realize that we are their support system. We are really their only support system when they come into this business. People on the outside, they don't understand what we're doing. So people in their circle, they're not going to be supportive. We are that support system. And so we have to be okay with being that support system and we have to be willing to be there to negate the lies right away, immediately. I want to be there with my newbie that when she comes up against something, whether it's family saying something, somebody on Facebook saying something, I want to be right there to walk her through that or him and share, like relate with them, share a experience that I had and laugh with them and just get them to realize that it's a part of the process. But if they keep going and trust the process, they will see what it is that I see. And so I do want to encourage you guys to be that support system for your new distributors. Like, be that support system, and don't allow them, like Dee said, or like Rachel said, if somebody, there's been a lot of times newbies be like, well, I don't want to go live. Well, do you want to be successful? I don't want to have my launch party. Well, guess what? We have launch parties, and I promise you it's going to be so fun. You're not going to do the talking. I'm going to do the talking. You just get the people there and encourage them through those steps, because it is unfamiliar. It is new, but you want to be right there to let them know that they have your support through it all. So yes, building that trust, Lydia, building that trust. The more you build that trust, because the more that they do the things that you're telling them to do, and then they win, they're going to trust you even more to continue to listen and do the things that you're telling them to say. Not only the thing, and be an example, because they're going to listen to they're going to look at what you do, not what you say. They're going to look and follow what you do, not what you say. So like they said, the coach, Phil Jackson, he was able to lead them because he was a player. So you can teach what you've done. You can't teach something that to a certain extent, but you can't teach something and develop great people just being a supervisor. You have to be in the field, on the field, in the trenches. You can only teach what you've done. So who got something?
I do. So at conference, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said that leaders are learners. And so just like piggybacking off what you just said, like I can't hold my newbies accountable for completing the launch pad or going through the launch pad if I don't even know what they're supposed to be doing going through it. They could just tell me that they finished it and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? So even us having that checklist, we have to go through it ourselves, and then we have the checklist to make sure and hold them accountable that way to make sure that they're going through it. But with what Rachel and Demond was talking about earlier, they was talking about pride. Pride is one thing that gets people in this business messed up. But for me, it was doubt. So either you on one extreme or you on the other. Either pride is going to be that hookup for you, or doubt will be that hiccup for you. Because I went from building struggle buses to building struggle trains, like just going, and I would get off and leave the bus rolling on its own, like that. And that was real. And it was because I had doubt in myself, not doubt in the process. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Rachel got her track record, and the doubt was in me. It was in myself because I knew that I wasn't doing the things. I knew that I wasn't being consistent. So the main thing is for you to believe. Like, you have to believe in yourself. It's fine to look at everybody else's success, but you have to believe that that can be for you. Don't say like, that ain't for me, or, like, why not you? You're here. You have the opportunity. You have the resources. So why not you? And like, you just have to like kill that doubt.
Yes, absolutely. That was me for a long time, the doubting part. But like Jovi said, that comes with the SD and the PD, because once I realized that it wasn't me doing it, it was God doing it through me. I was just a vessel and I had to be willing. That's what allowed me to set all the doubt aside, because his words can't return void to him. So I'm just going to throw it back on him. Okay, you called me here. Okay, now what's up? Like, I'm going to throw it back to him. And so that is where the SDPD comes in, to be able to eliminate that doubt. And just know that we all jacked up, and and we are able to make money as we continue to work on our jacked up selves here. Yes. So who else got something? We got 5 more minutes. There's some people on here that ain't talked today.
Well, good morning. I've been listening to a lot of good stuff, but I have a confession about the Sabbath. I had been struggling with being dedicated to the Sabbath. I had it on Wednesday from 3 p.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday. That didn't work out because I found myself going beyond the time. And then I had it on Saturday from 3 p.m. Until 3 p.m. on Sunday. And of course, that didn't work out because I would go up beyond the time. So yesterday, I dedicated all day Sunday. And so, I mean, and so now Sunday is going to be my day, regardless of what is going on. I will hop on to the family call, but I'm not doing anything else toward my business. And it was a struggle because I had those notifications popping and I wanted to go and answer them. But I did make a post on Saturday and said, well, it was after midnight. I said, today is my Sabbath and I will answer all calls, all messages and comments on Monday. So everybody at least knew why I was not getting back with them. But it was a struggle because I felt like, I'm trying to make a run and I need to get these customers, I need to get these DTs, and, I need to spend the time to do what I can do to make sure that happens. But then I'm reading Joel Osteen, and there was one of the devotions that said, that we have got to trust God and allowing him to do the things that he has in store for us. And so I just had to make that confession.
Yes, we're done. Yes. But I do want to say, even the family call, you got to even eliminate that and just watch it in the morning, because I'm off on Sundays too. And what I do is I don't even watch the family call. I watch it Monday morning when I come back. So yes, turn your phone off, turn your notifications off, do not disturb, delete the app, even if you have to, until you get that discipline to not be ran by your notifications. But that is so good. I'm so glad that you committed to that. And it is a trust thing. It is like 100%. I trust that God can put his super on my natural and do more with my 6 days than I can with my 7. So it's a complete trust thing. Alicia, you got something to say?
Yes, real quick. I actually did my Sabbath for the first time yesterday as well. And I woke up to a loyal customer and I was like, where did that even come from? I mean, I knew I had done, the work during the week, but I was like, wow, that's, you don't realize how much that you really need that day. Like yesterday, I took a nap. I haven't taken a nap in like 5 years because kids. I took a nap yesterday and it was like, wow, like refreshment. I turned my notifications off on my messenger, turned my Facebook off completely, and was just like focused on just chilling, relaxing, and listening to, I did listen to personal development, spiritual development type stuff, but just that recharge like has me so like amped to get started for the week. So that Sabbath thing, like, thank you, Rachel, for even, making that part of our core values, because I ignored it for a long time. I mean, it's going to be 5 years in April that I've been in the business. And this is the very first time that I've ever really considered that being something that I incorporate into my business. So I'm just thankful that we have leadership that makes that a priority. So that's just all.
Shout out to the carts closing on Sabbath. I love that. But it was something that I had to accept too, Alicia. It was something that I kind of fought just a little bit, because you kind of think you can get in the mindset of the works. Like, I haven't done enough to earn a Sabbath. No, like, you need to take your rest day. Terry, did you have something else you wanted to say?
I did. I was going to say, I was just like Miss Linda, where I was just like, it was hard to break that habit of not paying attention to your notifications or, completely turning off, putting my phone on DNA. Thank God for specific people like Kamara, where, that's my accountability partner. And she's like, girl, get off my phone. Why are you responding to me? And kind of helping me stay in check with what I'm supposed to be doing. So she helped me to honor that, as well as Rachel as well. But when we doing our work how we supposed to, Monday through Saturday, then it's going to flow through no matter what. So I woke up to, pulling down my notification center and seeing that I had somebody who enrolled last night at like 11:15, someone who been ducking me for 2 years, not 2 years, but like the 2 months. And, I couldn't have called it. So, honoring the Sabbath, it definitely makes you come back with all the juice on Monday, Especially just diving in and really getting involved in whatever personal and spiritual and your family, then you like, yeah, I'm ready to just beast out. TikTok's for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it makes you honor those 6 days, and you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need that day to recharge, refill, rest up, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Like you literally can't. So that even goes into having your morning time and making sure you're getting your mind right before you go out and try to give something that you don't have because you ain't filled up nothing. But today was really lit. This Monday was really lit. Like for real, for real. I love Monday meetup. Love Monday meetup. Never miss a Monday. Okay. So it is 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out in prayer. So go ahead and bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with so much thanksgiving, so much gratitude. Just grateful that you were able to allow us to gather this morning, hash these things out in order to set us up to move into a dynamic week, a prosperous week. We just ask that you put your super on our natural as we continue to rest, put our faith in you, and rest assured that you will send us and guide us and give us the help that we need, whether it be loyal customers, potential distributors, sidelines, uplines, downlines, whatever it is that we need, you will provide. Allow us to rest assured that your word cannot return to you void. And so whenever we have a feeling of doubt, whenever we have a feeling of fear, that we can throw it back on you and that you can give us the peace that surpasses all understanding. We just love you. We adore you. We praise you. In your son, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. All right, guys, 11 to 1. I'll see y'all later.